Something strange is unfolding in the car market. You've probably seen the eye-catching titles and thumbnails from various car market YouTubers warning of fear and an impending crash, but the truth is that recent developments in this sector are showing that the situation is much more alarming than usual. The titles and thumbnails this time around aren't just clickbait, they're reflective of a deeply concerning reality that we can prove with a simple glance at the data. We all know that the pandemic caused the car market to break completely. Used car prices jumped in ways that were previously thought to be impossible, and new cars flew off lots faster than any company could make them. For example, according to CarGurus.com, you could buy a 2015 Toyota Corolla in 2020 for around $11,000. And remember, at that point, the car was already 5 years old. But once the pandemic hit and the market went haywire, the same used 2015 Corolla shot up to around $16,000. And remember, I'm not talking about a new Toyota, this is the same exact used model from 2015. Today, prices have started to come back down, but even now, more than 4 years later, a 2015 Corolla still costs more than what it did in August of 2020. And today, that car is almost 10 years old. The market had clearly gone wacky, and in some ways, it still is. During this massive peak when everything seemed broken, money was cheap, loan rates were at record lows, and people were flushed with stimulus cash. Now, this has all started to turn. The situation is rapidly changing. The typical car loan went from 3.58% in December of 2021 to 7.9% in January of 2024. In just 2 short years, the rates had nearly doubled, causing widespread affordability challenges on top of already increasing new car prices. While it's taken a moment for reality to set in, there are now clear signs in the market that this path is simply unsustainable. Today, car loan delinquency is rising in ways we have not seen since 2007. According to the Federal Reserve, the fraction of balances that are at least 30 days past due is at the highest level since the Great Recession. You can tell with one quick glance at this chart that people are having a very hard time with this new reality. Payments have gone through the roof, and the data is starting to show that the income levels simply cannot keep up with the prices these brands are charging. To put it simply, the automotive industry is facing a crisis. For example, Stellantis, the parent company of iconic American brands like Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, is no exception. This year alone, Stellantis stock price has plummeted by a staggering 40%. The situation is so dire that the CEO recently stepped down, citing disagreements with the board over the company's strategic direction. Rumors of bankruptcy are beginning to spread, but that's not the only red flag. Stellantis is also struggling with extremely high inventory levels, which are weighing heavily on its balance sheet. The simple truth is that they just can't sell the cars. In the auto industry, a market supply of 60 to 70 days is considered somewhat healthy. In the Stellantis case, the data is mind-boggling. The company's cars are deteriorating on lots, with the Ram 2500 pickup as an example taking an astonishing 460 days or more to sell. And these struggles aren't limited to just one company. I'm not singling Stellantis out. Ford has plunged 59% from its 2022 peak. Toyota has slid 30% since March, and Volkswagen, the German powerhouse, has crashed 75% since its 2021 high. The entire auto industry seems to be teetering on the edge, with only a few companies doing great. And you don't have to take my word for it. Former Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares laid it all on the line for a Bloomberg audience this past August, painting a grim picture of the car market's future. He didn't sugarcoat the looming threats of cuts and collapse, a brutal honesty that may have cost him his job. His warning was crystal clear. Storm clouds are gathering for 2025. Listen to this chilling snippet from his statement and judge for yourself.
I want to talk about some of the brands. I'm not sure how many people recognize or realize how big this company is. So just give me a couple of seconds to go through this. At the premium end, you've got the luxury brand like Maserati. Then you've got Alfa Romeo, Lancia. You've got Jeep, which of course is well known here in the United States. Chrysler, Dodge, Ram. Over in Europe, Citroën, Fiat, Opel, Peugeot. Abarth, which of course Abarth is part of the Fiat business. This goes on and on and on, and I'm trying to work out this morning, Carlos, whether you're committed to all of that lineup, those brands, or whether some of them could be cut and spun off.
Well, there is, first of all, you are right to say that the automakers are under pressure. The auto industry is in a turmoil, and as you are looking at the results Everybody is going in the same direction. And for the time being, as much as I am aware of, we are the only guy in town with a double-digit AOI margin. But you are right, we are under pressure. And to your question about the brands, there is no taboo. There is absolutely no taboo. The brands are intangible assets that we respect. We believe that they are here to be leveraged. We could celebrate this year the 125th anniversary of Fiat and Opel, which demonstrates that the brands are stronger than the legal entities, stronger than the political regimes, and they can cross wars, survive, and get better. So we do respect the brands. We respect the fan bases of the brands, but there is no taboo. If they are not able to monetize the value that they represent, then decisions will come.
So as you just heard, that was a major CEO sounding the alarm on the auto market's cracks, and the data backs him up. Poor sales may have a lot to do with the simple fact that car payments have gotten completely out of control. According to Experian, a staggering 80% of new buyers and 36% of used car buyers rely on financing. But here's where it gets wild. As of Q2 2024, the average monthly payment for a new car has soared to $734, while for a used car, it's $525. And in states like Texas, nearly 7% of borrowers are shelling out over $1,000 a month just to keep their wheels turning. That's not a car payment, that's a mortgage. This jaw-dropping stat reveals just how deep people are digging into their pockets, turning cars into financial anchors. We're looking at a bubble of epic proportions, and nearly every statistic in America is screaming a warning for what lies ahead. Traditional indicators like the Manheim Index might be down from their recent peaks, but we're still hovering dangerously high above pre-2020 levels. Interest rates have pushed the limits of what the American consumer can bear, and those limits are starting to buckle. With each passing month, the market's harsh reality becomes impossible to ignore. CEOs are sounding alarms, stock prices are taking hits, and the damage is laid bare for all to see. Where the market goes next and how quickly is anyone's guess, but make no mistake, the cracks in the foundation are already showing. It's only a matter of time before the whole structure collapses and the auto market is forced to return to some semblance of normalcy. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. I'd also love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about the car market and how far people are willing to stretch their wallets for something almost guaranteed to lose value over time.